Alright, well, it's going to be a couple more seconds, but we are almost ready to get started. This is going to be Will versus Simcof, Dragon versus Scorpion, for the Season 6 Cup round of 32. The Dragon deck is running Crab Splash as usual, and the Scorpion deck is running Dragon Splash. Oh, too late. Can I zoom in? No. Okay, so it looks like Scorpion will be going first. Ooh, 41 card conflict deck from Dragon here. That's interesting. Makes me wonder what the 41st card is. Maybe a Censure. One interesting thing from the Dragon deck is he's running 2 Indomitable Will, which didn't see play for quite a while, but I've been seeing it lately a few times. It's a pretty good card if you can get it to get a good situation to resolve it. We see a Bayushi Liar, Doom Chugenja. So Niten Master is pretty dangerous to play against Scorpion because of Fate Worse Than Death. And since Scorpion did pass first, it makes this a little bit awkward for Dragon. I think his hope here is that he has some conflict characters in his hand. And we do actually see him play Yoruma with no Fate. It's kind of just an emergency play here to try and create some kind of board that's going to do something this turn. And you don't really care too much if he gets Fate Worse Than Death, especially if you don't put Fate on him. We see these storehouses get used. Whoops. So Miyako is an interesting card. And yeah, if we look at his deck, he is running 10 conflict characters. No Kachiko, actually. 3 Magistrate, 2 Kami Unleashed, 2 Wanderer, 2 Yojimbo. So it's probably pretty likely that he has a conflict character in his hand. 3 Fate Worse Than Death in the deck as well. Ooh, and 1 Mono no Aware. I like that. That card, I don't know if I've ever actually seen it played and have like a really good effect, but thematically I really like the card. I see that Kingsley is hosting. Auto hosting, yeah, well, thanks for that anyway. We see the Dragon player find Shameful Display. And Secret Void is going to gain a Fate. We see no defense. City of the Open Hand gets used. Dragon passes. So I wonder what we're going to see to stop this attack here. You probably don't really want to let Shameful break, if I had to guess. It is a military attack, so he was not able to defend. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. We see a Kami Unleashed played on defense. That's... You definitely don't want to have to do that, but it looks like that was his only option here. That will allow him to activate Shameful Display, which is always good, even if the characters have 0 glory. And so the other thing about the Kami Unleashed is that he could favorable ground it in on an attack to use its ability, but he put one fade on it, so I think that suggests that he's not going to do that this round. He's probably not going to attack at all, since the dragon provinces are pretty scary. He'll probably just defend with the lyre. We see a pass, so he's happy to win but not break. Contesting the water ring, so this will actually bow the lyre if it resolves. Shameful display gets used. See a pass. And another pass. So that's going to be that conflict. The lyre will get bowed. Hi Tristram Wolf. Welcome to the stream. What's happening here? Okay, there was an indomitable will, but it got cancelled with a forged edict. Interesting. I mean, I guess playing indomitable will there is fine. It's a 3/3. I think what that probably would have done was maybe guarantee the break on Shameful. We do see a Finger of Jade on Yuruma, so he won't be able to play a Fate Worse Than Death now. What we could see though is the favorable ground on the Bayushi Lyre and then use a For Shame. We could also see a Court Games. I think those are the two cards here. It's looking like the dragon player will get the favor, which is always good. If he can potentially find a Sumiko next turn, that would be really strong. And we do see the Yuruma attacking Shameful Display. So simcof could have not used Shameful Display in the first conflict. Ooh, let go on Finger of Jade. So it looks like he's going to play a card here targeting Yuruma. But if you don't use Shameful Display, then Dragon could potentially just attack a different province. Bayushi Lyre got moved in, so is there a For Shame here? I think that's what we're going to see. There is a For Shame. He chooses to Dishonor. So he is still trying to win this conflict, or at least make Scorpion spend another card. This is the Void Ring. Ooh, we see a Court Game, so he's actually still trying to break. And yeah, the Void Ring would kill this Kami Unleashed. We see another For Shame, but there's a Kitsuki's Method. Wow, so he really wants the break here. Does he have the third For Shame? Nope, he's going to pass. So that will mean the break. Scorpion going down to 5 cards as well, to 6 on Dragon's side, and one more 7 when the Kitsuki's Method goes back to his hand. And Dragon gets the favor as well. So I think this is a pretty good spot for Dragon to be in here. You already have one break, you have one card advantage. The only thing you're down on is Fate and also Honor, but the Honor isn't as important here. Only 8 to 11. Just going to discard the Niten Master. So yeah, if he can find a Sumiko this turn, I think that would be really strong. Ooh, and he does find one. Unfortunately, he doesn't find any cheap characters here, so I think what he probably wants is, again, to have a conflict character, preferably a skirmisher. We do see Sumiko 3 Fate. You still do have to worry about the Fate Worse Than Death from Scorpion, of course. Maybe he has another Finger of Jade, potentially. Okay, so we see both Paishi Manipulators and the Soci-Illusionist get bought from Scorpion here. We're gonna have 2 5 bids, and Scorpion will increase his bid to 7. 7 cards. That will actually be enough to turn on his box. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, Dragon definitely wants to have a skirmisher, or maybe even a Finger of Jade. He has a Pathfinder's Blade, that's good as well. Sumiko is scary, yeah, for sure. We'll see if simcof has a way to deal with this. We do see a Finger of Jade. City of Lies gets activated. There could be another let go for the Finger of Jade. He has 2 let goes left and 3 Fate Worse Than Death. So it's actually pretty likely that he has both of those cards in hand. Or even a Calling in Favors as well. Yeah, and that's actually what we see. We see the Calling in Favors to pull the Finger of Jade under the Soci-Illusionist. And now you're sort of in a position as Dragon where you actually don't want to attack with Sumiko, because he'll just Fate Worse Than Death you, but at the same time you sort of have to attack, because he's going to play Fate Worse Than Death anyway. So I would probably do Earth or Fire to get the Fate, probably Earth. And I think you actually do the political attack first, in case you have a skirmisher. The nice thing, at least, is that it's still tough for simcof to attack Dragon here, because Restoration would mean an 8-card discard. If he has Mountain or Indomitable Will for the defense, yeah, I mean, Fate Worse Than Death is going to get played anyway if he has it. Luckily, he doesn't find Secret Cache, he finds Pilgrimage. This is skill 5. And yep, there's the Fate Worse Than Death. Unfortunate. So his hope now is that simcof finds Restoration of Balance. That would mean that simcof would have to discard now 7 cards, which is still a lot. We see a Tattooed Wanderer played into the conflict. Not 100% sure why. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I'm not sure why. I guess he just wanted to win the Earth Ring on defense. Not really sure what that does for him. But that is what he's going to do. And we see another Tattooed Wanderer with 1 fate. So what he's really hoping for here is if he attacks with just 1 character, he can try and find Shameful. Guess it stops from dropping a conflict. You mean dropping a conflict character into the conflict? Well, or just on the second attack, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It seems weird to me. Yeah. But if he drops a conflict character for a second attack later, he could have just played it in that conflict, and he had the political favor, so he would have had 2. So, I feel like it's weird. simcof is going to find Shameful Display, which is what he was looking for, and we actually see a bonsai. And since the Sociologist stole the Finger of Jade, we're seeing a card get played from Will here. It is a Let Go on the Finger of Jade. So maybe he does have the Assassinate. And the nice thing about calling in favors, actually, if you could, like, obviously it's bad that he's stealing our attachments, but it looks like we saw cancel. Yeah, Assassinate got canceled. The Scorpion playing calling in favors actually makes Let Go not a dead card, because the Scorpion deck is actually running 0 attachments. So unless he calling in favors something, Let Go is just dead. He will break Shameful Display. He will Void Ring Sumiko, bringing her down to 1 fate. And we do see a Skirmisher, so that is why he went political first. So yeah, I guess like Tristram Wolf was saying, that might be why he claimed the Earth Ring on defense. Although, what happened to the other Pathfinder's blade? Did it get let go or something? There's one on Sumiko, right? Yeah, he did use let go on that. I guess it's just in case he hit secret cache. So yeah, he's not going to be able to get Earth now, which is good, I guess. You probably go fire or water. Fire seems good. Ooh, he's gonna go air. He is down to 5 honor, so yeah, I actually didn't notice that. Pathfinder's Blade is going to cancel Secret Cache. He was hoping to find meditations there so that he didn't have to use the Pathfinder's Blade and he would still have 2 skill. But unfortunately he did find the Secret Cache. And we see a Way of the Scorpion. So that's just to put more dishonor pressure on when the skirmisher dies. And we've actually seen the Scorpion player dump a lot of cards. He was up at 12 cards after the draw phase, and now he's down to 4. So if he hits Restoration and Balance at this point, it actually just won't do anything. We see a Forged Edict to cancel Bonsai. So it's looking, fine Katana. Still though, it's not looking great for a dragon. Scorpion is going to be claiming the Imperial favor, so Sumiko is not going to be able to do much. And we see the air ring resolved, gaining 2 honor, putting him back at 7. And at this point, we have 2 dishonored Bayushi manipulators. What he is going to do is he's going to gain the fate from the firing, though, and that will allow him to discard the status token here and actually win the conflict. And then he left the other manipulator standing just for favor, I guess. Not that it matters. He finds Feast or Famine. That is going to give Dragon another fate. And it means that Scorpion doesn't really want to break this, probably. Ooh. So I think that is a mistake. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. He has the Stronghold. I was going to say you should wait for him to discard the status token first and then put the method on. But you do have the Stronghold, so you can bring him up to breaking. And that is going to create a... He can box, yeah. That is going to probably take the fate off the Illusionist and put it on the Skirmisher, which will be pretty good for Dragon's board state. So yeah, that will break. Although it's still not looking ideal for Dragon at this point. That is 2 province breaks. So the last 2 Dragon provinces are Restoration and what's the other one? Manicured, probably? Yeah, Manicured Garden. So either of those will gain him fate. Restoration probably won't do much unless Scorpion draws a lot of cards. The firing is going to honor one of the Wanderers. The Illusionist will discard his own dishonor. And Scorpion will get favor. We are going to see Yoruma get discarded. City of Lies as well. Ooh, Imperial Palace on both sides. Wow. So you probably play both of these characters. I think you definitely play Raitsugu. The Scorpion has 4 fate though. Yeah. It's tough for Dragon knowing that those Fate Worse Than Deaths are still... There's still 2 of them left. So I think Scorpion will pass here. Yeah, he does pass. And Nitan Adept does not get played. Let's see what they bid. I expect Scorpion to continue to bid high. Ooh, no, never mind. He goes to a 1 bid. I was going to say maybe bid 3 or 4 and try to turn your box on, but instead he's just going to go for the stealing a couple honor. This could also mean he's going to attack a face-down province here, and he doesn't want to have to discard a lot if he hits restoration. So that would make sense. Dragon, though, really needs those cards to keep working. So if I have any attachments as Dragon, I want to play them on Raitsugu before this conflict happens, just so I can potentially duel somebody before a Fate Worse Than Death gets used. But I expect we might just see the Wanderers attack, or one of the Wanderers. Nope, he just passes his conflict opportunity. So he's going to just defend, and then... yeah, so we do see a fine Katana on Raitsugu. Is a Fate Worse Than Death known in hand? No, we do not know what Scorpion has in his hand. He has played 1 Fate Worse Than Death. He's running 3, so there are 2 left. He only has 5 cards, so he could potentially not have one. If it's not there, Dragon could fight out of this. Yeah, I think it does definitely depend a lot on whether he has the Fate Worse Than Death or not. So yeah, I like attacking with just these 2 characters at Meditations. He's obviously not going to play a Fate Worse Than Death on either of them. And this is the Watering as well, so he's going to try and bow one of these characters. I would probably... ooh, we see... ooh. That is unfortunate. There's a Cunning Magistrate, and both of the dragon's characters are dishonored. Water doesn't do a lot here. Yeah, I agree, although there was 1 fate on the Watering, so that probably factored into his decision. But yeah, this Cunning Magistrate is really big here. Yeah, and it is just going to win him the conflict. So we'll see, and that is down to 4 cards, so now you can attack either of these provinces. Both of the provinces represent +1 fate for Dragon. Either you get the Seeker of Fire fate, or you get the Manicured Garden fate. He's attacking with the Tattooed Wanderers. So you just defend this, I guess. What could the actress pull? Investigate. Ooh, Investigator. Investigator would actually be pretty good. This is a political attack. So yeah, I think you defend with Raitsugu. And I think what you do here is you actually just wait for the actress to get used so you can duel the investigator, if that's what he decides to bring out. This is the second conflict for Scorpion. Yeah, so we see the Stronghold use. Scorpion is actually still winning even without using the actress. But if he doesn't use the actress in this conflict, then he probably just won't get to use her. He spent all his fate on the Cunning Magistrate, so he's definitely not going to be able to play a Fate Worse Than Death, even if he has it. We see a Katsuki's Method. So potentially a slight sequencing error there. I would have played Kitsuki's method and then used Stronghold. But I'm not sure it's going to matter. Yeah, we did know that he had that method because he played it earlier and then the character it was on died. Let's see, what could Scorpion... Yeah, it doesn't matter for dueling in the Investigator. That's true. He has 6 military to 1 if the Investigator gets brought in, so... that would be enough to just bid 1 and win. I guess that's maybe why he used the Stronghold first, so if the Investigator got brought in immediately, he didn't have to bid 2 to guarantee killing it. And what I was going to say is I don't think Scorpion even has any cards he could play here to win this conflict. So he couldn't use the actress in this conflict because she would just get dueled. So he won't be able to play Force Shame. He could play a Calling in Favors. I think that would be like the one card. Okay, he's going to bring in the Dun Shugenja. So yeah, that is kind of awkward. You might consider just letting him have this air ring. It's going to bring you down to 3 honor, but... Okay, so we see a Centro to cancel court games. The court games wouldn't have actually been enough. He would have needed 1 more card. Like, he could have had a Jade Masterpiece, potentially. We're going to see Raitsugu duel one of the Tattooed Wanderers. And he bids 2. So, I disagree with bidding 2. I think you just bid 1. Now the 1 stat matters, yeah, that's true. Although if he didn't Stronghold first, then the Investigator might have gotten brought in. Yeah, I think that was definitely a mistake to bid 2 on that. I would have 100% bid 1. Because if you bid 1, the best that Simcof could do is tie by bidding 5, and then he just gives you 4 honor. So it's like action steal 4 honor. And yeah, he's actually still going to lose the conflict, so yeah, big mistake there. Oh, and he has 2 dishonored characters as well, and he doesn't have reprieve in hand, it looks like. So that will actually just be the game. Yeah, it looks like he thought if he killed one of those, he would be up by 1 skill. That is unfortunate. Yep, that will be it. So Simcof will go on to play a Phoenix player. I don't actually know who this player is. Curless Army. Ooh, he's playing some kind of Unicorn Splash Phoenix. Interesting. With Katana of Fire. Wow. I kind of want to see that game now. Three Path of Man, 3 Katana of Fire, 2 Captive Audience. This deck is crazy. Even 2 Masahiro for more fire characters. Look at this. Fire Tensei Initiate, Masahiro, and then the Katana of Fire. Even a Spies at Court. Yeah, that is an interesting deck for sure. But yeah, that's going to be it for this game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.